Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trek Canon Shorts, if you will. Trek Short Canon. Canon Short. Short Cannons. Short Cannons. So, it's two things I wanted to talk about tonight. And one of them was the Picard trailer, which I've seen, and the Season 4 Discovery uh, trailer. Now, let me just say that everybody knows how I feel about Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Discovery. I didn't think of the two series, Picard was better. It was a better polished turd than Discovery, which was a purely unpolished turd. It was a tarnished turd. No, it wasn't. It was just straight diarrhea. We ain't gonna even call it straight diarrhea. It had some clump in it. It had some clump. But um I'm gonna have to say, I'm not really excited about Discovery. As I understand it, it's another world, it's another galaxy threat, and they are missing the point of Star Trek. It's not about that. It's not about that. But I'm gonna have to say the short trailer that I seen for Picard, as a Trekkie, man, how could I not be excited about that? How could I not be excited? Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to play the trailer just a little bit, or the trailer, and kind of talk about some of the things that's going on in the trailer. So, like I said, I just seen the trailer. Let me put it over here. Let me put the trailer over here. Okay. Now, it begins with, of course, Picard in his raspy older voice talking about time. Now, time is something I've always considered the final frontier. It's not space. You know what I'm saying? Space is a frontier, it's a vast frontier. But to conquer that, you must first conquer time. Because honestly, we don't live long enough to traverse space at our current levels, even at the levels of Star Trek, And that's the frontier. But just like Queen says, who wants to live forever? Anyway, not me. So, Picard talks about time, and he gives this nice soliloquy about all of that, and they're panning over the nice memorabilia that he has in his office, nice tributes to Star Trek The Next Generation and things of that nature. But it was one thing that really, really, really just made me giddy. Yes, I said giddy. When they zoomed in on the playing card. Wait. Sorry, we are what's called at an airport. What the hell kind of sound even is that? That's not a normal plane. That's like a it's like a UFO on drugs. Anyway, so check this out, right? We zoom in onto this card that's laying on the desk, that's laying on the table next to the chess set. And it's a queen, right? And then it slowly disintegrates, leaving the letter Q. And John Delancey voice comes in, says what he has to say. The trial never ends. And his laugh. Oh man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. I I turned to a little schoolgirl on that one. I did. I turned to a little schoolgirl on that one. And then I realized, oh yeah, today's Trek is dumbed down. They're gonna find a way to mess it up. And all of the hope and glee that I have, you know, how could you mess that up? But we've said that about every time they've tried. We've been saying that. So honestly, although I feel giddy about it, I'm excited. You know, uh, Especially to have John Delancey playing his Q character back in Star Trek canon. It's great to have him back. But please, I hope they don't mess it up. Which kind of leads me into something else. The dumbing down of Star Trek. It's like it's some kind of concerted effort by the people writing and producing the shows nowadays and the movies nowadays to just make everything in Trek dumb. If you was to take, okay, Star Trek deals with, it's a social comment. It uses social commentary and sci-fi to basically talk about things that are ailing us now, or things that we aspire to be, or things that are our shortcomings of humanity. And the way that it was written in the original series, it's some people who say that it didn't age well, but every time I watch an original series that deals with a social construct, it never ceases to have a even better impact on me the older I get. Like for instance, the one with Lokai and what was his name? Lokai and, oh man, I forget. But Lokai, the ones with the half and half, they let this be your last battlefield. I know that's the name of the episode, but oh man, what was the other guy's names? If you guys remember, just put it in the comments for me. But when I watch the episode like that, for instance, it still has it has more impact the older I get and the more experience of the world that I accumulate. So we fast forward to the next generation where they did even better at handling issues like that. Would say like issues of like equality with, say, Measure of a Man with Data. Okay, so we go to the same periods. Voyager, D Space Nine. The episode with Tuvix. The episode in Enterprise where Archer had to figure out if he should give this culture the antidote that they need, or let their culture die. Okay, even in that, all the way up to D Space Nine with all of the many social barriers and things that they tackled. It was done in a really adult way. And then you look at today's Star Trek. You look at today's Lower Decks, which I know is supposed to be comical, but so is the animated series. You look at things like Discovery. You look at things like Picard, and the they lack the soul. They lack the dream. They lack the wonder. All right, they try to tackle social constructs and social commentary that's juvenile. I would have to say very juvenile and not very well thought out, or not very well written. Okay, there's not one episode of Discovery or Picard that I can name that stands out in that particular area. And let's go to the technology. Think of all of the things that came into existence based on people being inspired by Star Trek. The pad, the cell phone, flip phone, Wi-Fi, the naming of different particles and things of that nature, like trilithium and dilithium, deuterium, all these types of things. Um, uh, Transparent aluminum. All of these things you can derive as a direct line to people being inspired by Trek. We look at today's Trek. How does it inspire technology? What do they have in their episodes? What are they using that somebody can be like, wow, look at that possibility? How can I even, how can I start to even fathom designing something like this? What in Discovery or Picard has inspired a particle physicist to name a new particle after anything in Discovery or anything in Picard? So what device do you use that you can be like, it's a direct link to that? So how they interact with each other is juvenile. It's so much drama, um, so much animosity and things like, so much betrayal, so much backstabbing. These are not the lessons that Gene Roddenberry, people like Gene Roddenberry, Stephen Burr, people like that try to put into Star Trek canon. We had grew beyond that. A lot of people talk about the use of F bombs and profanity in Star Trek, in the new Treks. you know. And it's not that they are better than that, it's just that they have a literary vocabulary that's more efficient and effective at explaining their thoughts than using something like Swahili, as I like to say, something like that. But it is a consorted dumbing down of nothing illustrates it better than this. The final episode of season 3 of Star Trek Discovery. They wanted us to suspend our belief so much to believe that the turbo lifts look that way, that this is how the turbo lifts are moved throughout the ship. This is the space that they have in Discovery. You know what I mean? So it's not, I mean, there's nothing in it, in any of current Trek, that inspires, that promotes general well-being, that promotes camaraderie, teamwork, the joy of exploration, how to Darmok and Jalad on Tanagra. You know what I mean? So that's just my point. But anyway, I still look forward, though, because I am a Trekkie at heart. I still look forward to the Star Trek Picard, especially, and to look at Star Trek Discovery, and hopefully they have listened to the fans. I don't believe they have, because if you haven't did it for season 2, you haven't did it for season 3. What makes us think don't do it? Oh God. Anyway, so I wish that, as a Trekkie, I wish them all the luck. I will support them as best I can, and I'm gonna have to, because as Trek canon, I'm gonna have to do videos on these. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and let me know what you guys think. If you agree with me saying that today's Trek is dumbed down, if it's a actual effort to dumb down Star Trek for the people so they could get a wider audience. But they don't need a wider audience, man. They just need a loyal and comprehensive audience, which is something they've always had, but they really trying hard to lose them. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please subscribe if you haven't, and as always, peace, recycle, and save the whales. You guys be cool.